Hello and welcome to the channel. November 28th, 2025. Kyiv just detonated a political bomb inside its own bunker. Andriy Yermak, the man many called Ukraine's real president behind the curtain, Zelensky's chief of staff, closest confidant, and the toughest voice in every negotiation room from Istanbul to Geneva, resigned tonight, just hours after anti-corruption agents tore through his apartment and offices in a dramatic dawn raid. This is not a resignation. This is a full-blown crisis hitting Ukraine at the absolute worst moment imaginable. Yermak wasn't just an advisor. He was a shadow president, the gatekeeper who decided which generals got promoted, which oligarchs got access, which ministers got fired, and which messages from Washington or Moscow ever reached Zelensky's desk. Last week, he was in Geneva leading Ukraine's delegation, staring down Trump's team and forcing major revisions to the infamous 28-point peace plan that originally demanded territorial surrender, army caps at 600,000, and a permanent NATO ban. He pushed the army ceiling to 800,000, cracked open the NATO door to consensus dependent, and bought Ukraine precious breathing room. Putin himself sneered that the changes were insufficient, but they happened because Yermak refused to fold. Now he's gone. Zelensky announced it in his nightly address with a voice like steel. There will be a reboot of the office of the president. Andriy Yermak has written a letter of resignation. He thanked him for always presenting the Ukrainian position exactly as it should be, patriotic. But the subtext was brutal. I can't protect you anymore. The raid started at sunrise. NABU and SAPO, Ukraine's two most feared anti-corruption agencies, stormed Yermak's residence in the presidential compound. Yermak posted on Telegram almost immediately. Full cooperation. Lawyers present, no resistance. Calm on the surface. Panic underneath. Because everyone in Kyiv knows this raid is tied to Operation Midas, the massive $100 million embezzlement probe at Energodom, Ukraine's nuclear energy giant. Two ministers have already fallen. Zelensky's old entertainment business partner, Timur Mindich, fled the country. Leaked wiretaps mention a mysterious figure called Alibaba, widely believed in Kyiv corridors to be Yermak's code name. He hasn't been charged yet, but the message is crystal clear. Even the Grey Cardinal is no longer untouchable, and the timing could not be worse. Next week, a U.S. delegation heads to Moscow. Ukraine's team meets the Americans again in days. Putin is still demanding Crimea, Donbass, no NATO forever, and a neutered army. Trump wants a deal signed yesterday. Europe is watching every euro and every headline. And now Ukraine walks into a room without its most ruthless, most experienced negotiator, replaced by a committee of generals and diplomats who have never played at this level. Zelensky says the delegation will now be led by the chief of the general staff, Foreign Ministry, National Security Council, and intelligence chiefs. Strong voices, but none with Yermak's political weight or personal relationship with Zelensky. Whispers already say his longtime ally Viktor Mykolenko might take the chair, meaning the reboot could be more cosmetic than real. This is what corruption does in wartime. It doesn't just steal money. It steals credibility at the exact moment Ukraine needs the world to believe it deserves every bullet, every dollar, every sanction on Russia. Zelensky ran in 2019 promising to jail the thieves. He's fired hundreds since the invasion began. The EU, the G7, even the IMF have praised the progress. But when the raids hit the presidential inner circle, when the second most powerful man in the country is forced out under a corruption cloud, the praise turns to silence and the leverage shifts to Moscow and Washington. Tonight, Kyiv is asking itself one question. Did Zelensky sacrifice Yermak to save Ukraine's image, or did the system finally bite the hand that fed it for too long? Either way, the peace talks just got a lot more dangerous. Drop your take below. Hit like if this feels like a turning point, and subscribe with notifications, because the next round of negotiations starts any day now, and Ukraine just lost its most powerful voice at the table. See you in the next one. Stay sharp. Slava Ukraini.